Okay, I discovered a lump in my breast, and by the time I got myself to the doctor, it was too large to be removed. So I saw my surgeon, Dr. Singhal. She referred me to Dr. Dormady for chemotherapy. So my life changed in a matter of 2 weeks. I was working in pediatrics and would be immune suppressed with the chemo, so I had to quit my job right away and kind of start on my path of cancer. It was very frightening, but the doctors certainly made it as less fearful as possible. I had one round of chemo at another facility, and then I was fortunate enough to be able to go to Melcor Pavilion here at El Camino for my subsequent infusions, and it was like night and day. The people at Melcor treat you like an individual. You're not a patient, you're a person. They call you by name. They bring you warm blankets. Volunteers had knitted cute little caps that you could wear because you had no hair. Other volunteers had made pretty fuzzy flannel blankets that they would put on you, and just those little bits and pieces of comfort made a world of difference. A world of difference. When I first saw Dr. Singhal, she did a breast biopsy, and she said she felt pretty certain it was going to be malignant, but that it would be sent to pathology and she would let me know. And unbelievable as it was, she called me at home on a Saturday morning to let me know that in fact it was malignant and that she wanted to see me in her office the following week. And she said she just didn't want me to spend the weekend worrying. And you know, that just started it off right. That just started it off right. She wanted to be sure that I brought family or friends to that appointment. Later I asked her why, and she said she just wanted to be sure that I had a support group and didn't kind of keep it a secret and go it alone. My friends have been wonderful. My friends have been wonderful from that very first day. I've had 2 clean PET scans, yeah. So I first had 8 or 10 rounds of chemo. Then I had surgery, and then I had 30 days of radiation. And now I'm doing great. I never had the courage to ask my oncologist, Dr. Dormady, what my stage was. I finally did, and he said probably a 3.5. The tumor had metastasized to a rib, so I had a rib resection at the same time that I had my mastectomy, and now I'm 100%.
100% cancer-free?
Yeah. There's a support group once a week here at the hospital and also at Melcor Pavilion, and it's a group of cancer survivors and their caregivers. It has been more wonderful than I can ever say. The cancer survivors were able to give me little tips early on how to kind of handle the chemo, foods that worked for them, things that they drank that didn't work, little things that weren't necessarily medical, but very helpful in the day-to-day. They would applaud when someone came in with a little bit of new hair. They just kind of got it. They understood. You know, my friends and family cared and worked really hard with me, but sometimes they just kind of didn't get it. And that's what the support group does. They understand without going into a lot of detail. There are also caregivers in the group, and I think it's helpful for them to hear what the other cancer people have to say. And they were able to ask questions and kind of get some stuff off of their chests too. So it's a good group. It's a good group. Some of my best friends now are in that group. I'm also doing the painting class through the Cancer Center, Tehila Eisenstadt, and that has been absolutely marvelous. It's called Creative Expressions. I had never painted before, ever, but you know, I'm not too bad now. I have a long way to go, but I've got one hanging on the wall. You go in that class and cancer is left at the door. Everyone in there is a cancer survivor, but nobody talks cancer. It's paint and music and laughter, and for 2 hours once a week, you don't have cancer. You don't have an ache, you don't have a pain. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful. If I found out tomorrow that I had to take this same path again, I would want it to be right here at El Camino. I feel safe, I feel cared about, and I have all the confidence in the world. All the people I've met between the Cancer Center, my oncologist, my surgeon, the radiation people, I mean, everybody cares. Everybody cares. And so I hope it doesn't come to be, but if it did, this is where I would come.